So Season 11 is well underway, and we've had our mid-season Pirate Emporium update and patch. This one came with a massive download due to Rare moving Sea of Thieves to the new GDK, or Game Development Kit, for Xbox. However, now that that's all out of the way, what's next for Sea of Thieves? Hello pirates, my name is Ellie, and I post regular Sea of Thieves videos on this channel. If you want to stay up to date with the game, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. I also stream on Twitch, so don't forget to head over there and drop me a follow for notifications of when I go live. Overall, I think Season 11 has been pretty decent so far. We saw the introduction of PvE dives, the cough or chest of fortune went to the skeleton fleet, and we even had a nice mid-season update where they added guild rep to the Skull of Sirensong voyage. And we've just had the community weekend where Allegiance, XP and Gold was boosted for the weekend. For me at least, Season 11 has been an update that tied everything together. Everything Sea of Thieves has to offer in terms of world events, voyages and the overall gameplay loop. Everything just seems to have been sewn together into a nice cohesive gameplay loop which we've not really been able to experience with this game until now. One of my favourite new ways to play is emissary hunting as a Reaper. It's so nice to be able to clear a server and then dive to a new one without losing supplies or having to back out to the menu or deal with the buggy mess that portal hopping is. However, don't get me wrong, I am aware of the bugs and issues around diving, some of which are game breaking. But I do believe that now that the GDK update has gone through, we're likely going to see lots of small patches coming in to fix these issues. Earlier this month, Rare also made the big announcement that they are releasing Sea of Thieves for PlayStation players on the 30th of April. That gives Rare about 2 months or so to really get a handle on these bugs and get things running smoothly, ready for the huge influx of new players. So with all that being said, what's next for Sea of Thieves? From at least my own experience, ever since the live storytelling was essentially removed from the game, things have felt really empty on the seas. Nothing significant has really changed in the world since the building of Port Merrick. A pirate fantasy world without a current storyline to get invested in is making the world feel too empty and soulless. However, I do believe there is some light at the end of the tunnel. There are now a set of mysterious cards at the Order of Souls building at Port Merrick, which appears to suggest a slow lead up to a significant event, with only one of the cards visible right now. There is also a Reaper bird keeping an eye on the Order of Souls faction, and the orb at Reaper's hideout has been updated and now also reveals that the Reaper faction are aware of the Order of Souls' so-called meddling, likely due to their spy bird. Things do seem to be slowly progressing in terms of at least hinting towards the return of story events in-game. Now, I'm leaving the lore to Captain Falcor here, but what we can probably ascertain from these little additions is that there is definitely some teasing going on that hints towards some new story being added fairly soon. In terms of a timeline for these things starting to happen, I do have a theory. I believe that Season 12 will launch April 30th with the release for PlayStation, and time-wise that checks out. Season 11 released end of January, so exactly 3 months on is pretty spot on for a season. Then this is where things get a little bit speculative. Now, although E3 has officially been cancelled, there will be the usual games showcase reveals around June this year. Rare do have a record of revealing big things at this time of year, like when they revealed A Pirate's Life. So with that being said, I think that potentially what could happen is that we will get a quality of life and sandbox update for Season 12, the release for PlayStation, and hopefully a few surprises here and there, with maybe more cards being revealed at Order of Souls. There was also some hints towards new tools based on tweets from Mike Chapman and some discussion in the latest podcast, and we're still waiting for ziplines to be added. However, I think the big reveal of Flameheart's return will happen at the game's showcase, and that will then be released shortly after the announcement, sometime towards the end of July, just in time for Season 13 to kick off. This will give PlayStation players about a season to get to grips with the game before they add the big bad, Captain Flameheart, back into the mix. Bear in mind that the influx of new players coming with PlayStation will want to experience the Tall Tales and story. It makes sense to let players have time to do that before the return of Flameheart, and potentially a new set of tall tales or adventures. I'm also crossing my fingers and toes for a new world event to come with Season 13 and the return of Flameheart. Now, in terms of how the story will be delivered when we get there, I'm not sure. Will we see adventures return? Mike Chapman did say in a podcast a long time ago now that adventures would return and would be replayable but not time limited. But we've not heard anything since then, so it's possible that things have now changed. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm hoping that these in-game hints are just the start of the return to the mystery teasing that Sea of Thieves did so well in the first few years of the game's life. As a live service game, it's a shame that things have been left to get a little stagnant in the storytelling and world event department. In my opinion, these two things are the lifeblood of a live service game and are what keep players coming back. New story and new activities should be at the top of the priority list, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, there are bugs that need fixing, but that's maintenance, not content. Hopefully, over the next few months before the PlayStation release, they'll focus on bug fixes and quality of life fixes. What do you think? Are you looking forward to the story returning to Sea of Thieves? Let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, then please do leave a like and subscribe for more Sea of Thieves content. Don't forget to drop me a follow over on Twitch. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the seas.